call it your girl Adeola. I'm telling you, it's been real. Please give it up for my father in the Lord. That is Osinbajo, the Vice President of Nigeria, currently the acting president. Put up my photo with Ghana. Not this one. I look taller than him in this photo. That is disrespectful. Look for something that... Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, it's been more than a month since our father in the Lord, that is a Nigerian president, Buhari, left the country for vacation turned medical treatment. He's yet to come in, by the way, for prayers, or to tell me exactly what is going on. But in his absence, this man, that is put up the vice president. Thank you very much. This man, the vice president, has achieved so much in a short period of time. Just a little over a month. The biggest thing for me is the fact that Naira used to be 520 Naira to $1. But how much is it now, my dear? Hey, thank you very much. Thank you, Osinbajo, Mr. Osinbajo, wherever you are. You not do my favorite man. On February 16th, this man presided over the first National Economic Council meeting of the year, where they decided to inject $250 million into the Sovereign Wealth Fund. He also directed the central bank to adjust the forex policy. And after that meeting, the Apex Bank released $371 million into the interbank market. And in less than 48 hours, the Naira appreciated to 430 Naira. Yes, sir! Hit me one time! Woo! Thank you very much. Can you believe? So the acting president also visited the Niger Delta militants. You guys know that they've been blowing up pipelines, which has greatly affected the quantity of oil that Nigeria has been able to produce, directly affecting the economy. But Osinbajo traveled to the Niger Delta. He engaged the militants in a conversation. He explained the federal government's plan for their region and why they should cooperate with the government. So he regained their confidence, and guess what? They stopped bombing pipelines, at least for now. Yes, so this man has been very effective. My favorite was when he paid an unscheduled and unannounced visit to the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. On February 23rd, for that, this man went inside the toilets at the airport. Sorry to say this, but whenever I fly into Lagos, I don't know why, but they never have toilet paper. I don't know if it's just me that experienced this, but I've never been lucky to find toilet paper. Can you imagine? And some people may say that this is petty, Adeola, you are worried about toilet paper. I said, shoot, this is a real issue. How do you use the toilet without toilet paper? Thank God for Osinbajo put up our photo. This man must have been watching my show. He inspected the toilet, the baggage carousels, he inspected the travelators and the escalators. But you know what baffles me is the fact that the acting president has to be the one to inspect the toilet before they will start fixing it. An acting president should not even be inspecting toilets of an airport. I don't know what my luck is, but they never have toilet paper whenever I'm there, and the escalator never works when I'm there. The one time that the escalator worked, the thing was making loud sound. I opted to take the stairs. I said, I said, as soon as the man left the airport, the managing director of Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria instructed engineers to start repair works on all facilities with immediate alacrity. In fact, I remember what she said. She said that there are few things we need to fix immediately. I said immediately. Immediately means immediately. This is a presidential directive. Can you please hit me 2 times? That was exactly how she said it. Let me repeat that. She said, there are few things we need to fix immediately. I said immediately. Immediately means immediately. This is a presidential directive. Praise him. Anyway, also, as you guys know, Justice Walter Onage has been the acting Chief Justice for the past 3 months. And just 24 hours before his 3-month acting tenure expired, Osinbajo submitted his name to the Senate for confirmation as the real Chief Justice, as the substantive Chief Justice of the Federation. For so long, people have been asking Buhari to submit this man's name because he's the most senior justice of the Supreme Court, and he was recommended by the National Judicial Council. The man has been the Supreme Court judge since 2015. He's a 1977 law graduate of the University of Ghana in Legon, and also a 1978 graduate of the Nigerian Law School in Lagos. But despite his qualifications, some cabals were playing politics, trying to field in somebody else, who is not as qualified. Many people were saying that it is because the man is from Cross Rivers that some cabals were trying to field in somebody from the north. I mean, not me, these are just what people are saying. And you know that the former Chief Justice was from the north. People are saying, let's rotate it, somebody from the north. Now let's have somebody from Cross River. So there was a lot of politics about that, but thank God for Mr. Osinbajo. They are taking care of this issue, and the man has already been confirmed. Praise him. Praise him. And while we're talking about confirmation, Mayoga, please make sure that you confirm Magu as the chairman of EFCC as well. Benny, we are watching you. We are watching you. Another thing that I love about Osinbajo is his attitude to protesters. The other time the Nigerians protested, the man said, "I hear you loud and clear." We said, father. The man acknowledged the protesters. Isn't that nice? Buhari makes people afraid. Everybody is afraid of Buhari, except me, of course. Actually, take this out. I don't want him to know that I'm not afraid of him. I don't want to get in any trouble. So the vice president also received leaders of organized labor. I'm talking about the Nigerian Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress. He received them at the presidential villa after they marched from Unity Fountain to the villa entrance to demand good governance. He addressed them and promised to address the plight of the Nigerian workers. Another favorite thing on my list is the fact that the acting president actually set up a committee to force down the prices of food items. I said, Lord, God bless upon you right now, my father. God bless. How long have we been saying on this show that people are hungry? Finally, somebody had our cries. Osinbajo gave the committee an ultimatum of 7 days to report back on measures that should be taken to achieve a significant decrease in the price of food. And guess what? The committee reported back. Within 7 days, they filed their report that there should be restriction on importation of finished products that can be produced locally in Nigeria. That means that they are encouraging locally produced food. And then they said that the railway should be used to transport food across the country, and that lastly, grain reserves should be opened. I said, hit me one time. Let me know if the price of gari and rice has reduced where you live. By the way, did you guys see that made in India gari that they are now selling in Nigeria? Hey, father! Imagine my anger when I saw made in India gari selling in Nigeria. I said, konida fi anybody. Even me, I know how to make gari. Then my mother taught me how to make gari. Nyinyala gari, anta gari India, angbe gari wole India. Iwa buku woni. I better come down. That must to stop. I hope Bami Osinbajo, I beg make you now stop importation of gari from India. It is an insult. Benny. Moving on. Osinbajo has reached a deal with the National Assembly that 2 bills should be passed within 60 days in order to ease doing business in Nigeria. We're talking about the Credit Bureau Bill and the Collateral Transaction Security Bill. Keep in mind that this man has already signed 7 bills into law. Yes! 7 bills within the space of 1 month. You see what I'm saying? I didn't know that this man has action like this. For the past 2 years, we didn't know that you have action like this. Bami Osinbajo, where have you been hiding? Where have they been hiding you? At the same time, the man refused to sign 4 bills. And he sent 4 letters to the National Assembly explaining why he refused to sign those 4 bills into law. The bills are Dangerous Drugs Amendment Bill 2016, National Lottery Amendment Bill 2016, Agriculture Guarantee Scheme Fund Amendment Bill 2016, and Currency Freezing Order Amendment Bill. I like the fact that being a lawyer, you guys know that the man is a lawyer. The man backed up his action by quoting some sections of the 1999 Constitution. Then he knows the Constitution. He can even quote the Constitution in his letters. And he's able to back up his actions with the Constitution. Amen, somebody. Amen. Amen. So, can we please tell Buhari to remain in London? Put up their foot. Mr. President, Mr. President. You're welcome to this program. It's your girl, Benny Minani. How are you feeling, by the way? You need to call me so that we can pray together. So you understand. But I think that you should listen to the doctor's advice, because we've been hearing that your doctors are suggesting that you need to rest for like 4 months or something. Me, I don't think there's any problem with that. I think you should rest so that your body can get well. So you understand. It's okay. Just get well. Just relax. Let us imagine keep doing whatever he's doing. The Anara is now. Thank you very much. You not do well. So please rest very well. But Mr. Osinbajo, you are doing well so far. Please do not disappoint your girl. Maybe you can also look at our electricity. There are so many things that we can achieve while you are here. So you understand. You not do well. We're very excited. We're very happy for you. You guys now don't know anything. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Togo, people have been protesting for all sorts of reasons this past week. First of all, the government has increased the fuel price twice in just 1 month. Twice! I mean, where is that done? On January 27th, gasoline price went from 433 francs to 476 francs per liter. In US currency, that's about 7 cents. I mean, that may not look like a lot to some people, but in Togo, it means a lot. Also, on February 28th, they increased it again from 476 francs to 524 francs per liter. Now, that's a total of 91 francs increase in only 1 month. Of course, people were angry. People are still angry, by the way, and they've been protesting in different parts of the country, especially at the capital, Lome. Protesters are throwing stones. Taxi drivers even set up barricades blocking major crossroads of the city. But can you believe that police and soldiers opened fire on these protesters? I was like, hey, Africans, why are we like this? Imagine what the government said. They said they increased the price of fuel because there's fluctuations in the global prices of energy commodities. I was like, you know what that means? You don't know? I don't know either. What does that mean? That is just grammar. You're just blowing grammar right now. Meanwhile, another protest occurred last weekend over media rights, and of course, police fired tear gas at hundreds of protesters. Two private media organizations that have been on air for 10 years, were shut down. I'm talking about the TV station Lashen Dufutu as well as City FM Radio. They were both shut down. 3 weeks ago, these two media houses were ordered to stop broadcasting for breaching licensing rules. They said that these media companies did not fulfill their prerequisite permission formalities. And I'm like, what do you mean permission formalities? Media houses that have been operating for 10 years. It is now that the regulator is now saying that the two companies did not make necessary requests for authorization in 2017 when they've started broadcasting for 10 years. So they shut down these two media houses. They told them to request for authorization so that they can review it. I mean, we already know what they would say. So the president of the Togolese League of Human Rights said that this ban is an obstruction of press freedom. Amen, my brother. Thank you very much. Last year, Reporters Without Borders ranked Togo as the 88th country in terms of press freedom in the whole world. 88th country. They stated that the government controlled information through state media. And speaking of press, I've heard that this man, I mean the president, since he became president in 2005, he's never granted a press conference, not one, except when he's outside the country. But the man has never ever granted a press conference or interview in Togo. He only addressed the nation on 2 occasions, that is on Independence Day and on New Year's Day, except when he's outside, like one time when he went to Germany. The media in Germany were able to interview him. And he's been president for 12 years. For 12 years. Don't forget that his father was in power for 38 years. Benny. So one family has been controlling Togo, a country of 6.5 million people, for 50 years. One family. His father was president for 38 years. He's been president for 12 years. Bam! People really want him to leave. In fact, in 2012, women went on sex strike, protesting that the president must step down. But his administration continuously repressed every protest. Whenever there's a protest, they have to kill between 3 to 5 people so that other people would be afraid and they will stop the protest. And that has been the norm. In fact, that's how he's been able to maintain power till now. Remember 2013 when students were protesting because their teachers were on strike, soldiers killed 2 students. One of them was 11 years old. The painful thing is that the next election in Togo is not until 2020. So it's like people feel like they are stuck with this man. And the last time that they protested the election result, remember in 2005, they protested. Soldiers and police killed more than 1,000 people. By the way, the government said that it was only 400 people that were killed. United Nations said that at least 500 were killed. But local organizations, eyewitnesses, and family members of those that were killed said that they killed at least 1,300 people because they protested the result of the election. They didn't want this man. Clearly, this man will not live of his own will. I mean, his father did not live for 38 years. I don't think he himself would want to live. The people of Togo would have to take back their country from this man. Don't be too comfortable comfortable wherever you are. If you are a Togolese, even if you are not in the country, you have to fight to take back your country from people like this. It breaks my heart because not only is he holding on to power, but he's not developing the country. He's not developing the education system or the healthcare system. I showed you guys videos of hospitals. I showed you videos of schools. So he's not developing the country, yet he's holding on to power. And like I said, he does not address the press. So whenever there's a protest, he would not say anything about it. It's like he doesn't even acknowledge it. Even this protest that happened recently, the president has not said anything. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? But anyway, you guys not do know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So last week I talked about 14 African countries paying taxes to France for the benefit of colonization. So someone contacted me and said that the money is not for the benefit of colonization and that the money is there for those francophone countries to withdraw whenever they want, and that it is only 50% of their foreign reserve, not 65 like I said last week, and that France does this in order to regulate the currencies of these countries. So I'm hoping to hear from my people from francophone countries. Please, is this true? Because I don't want to mislead anyone. Like I said in my last episode, I got my figures from the Center for Globalization Research as well as Atlanta Black Star News, and I also talked to some people from Cameroon, and those people confirmed that they pay taxes to France. So I just would like to hear from more people on this issue, and I just want to make sure that I'm not misleading anybody. So you guys not do know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So before I sign out, I just would like to honor a Keeping It Real viewer by the name Mr. John Omolosho Kayode. Few weeks ago, someone contacted me that this man has been watching my show all these years. So he sent me his phone number and I called him and we talked. He really encouraged me. He told me what he enjoyed about the show and I was so happy to speak with him. Except for the fact that within like 2 weeks, I got a phone call that this man passed away and I was just so heartbroken. I was like, wow, this life is so short. So I just would like to acknowledge him on this show and to say that may his soul rest in peace, and also to encourage his family. I'm really sorry about your loss, and I'm especially grateful to his nephew, that is Mr. Adeola, because he was the one that told me about this man. He was the one that linked me up with him. Please accept our condolences. May his soul rest in peace. You guys not know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real.
Growing up in Kenya, my sister and I were very close. But like any sisters, we fought a lot. She always got new clothes, and I always got hand-me-downs. Now, she's putting her children through school in Kenya. We still fight sometimes, especially when I send money for the kids. I tell her, buy some clothes for the younger one, and we both laugh.
With nearly 500,000 locations, our app and online, this is moving money for better.
Alright y'all, it's been real and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next week, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out!
Welcome to Forstview Luxury Hotel. At Forstview Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit Forstview Luxury Hotel. We are located at number 1 Adeola Mishile off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Festac, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 08075787135 or 08099900601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.forceviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. Forstview Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.